Paris, the city of lights, art, and eternal romance. But on the morning of October 19, 2025, this city woke up to a scene straight out of a Hollywood movie, except this time, it wasn't fiction. It was real. The Louvre Museum, home to the Mona Lisa and the crown jewels of France, was considered one of the most secure buildings in the entire world. And yet in broad daylight it was robbed. A priceless treasure vanished before anyone could even understand what was happening. No explosions, no gunfire, no car chases, just silence, precision, and an 8-minute operation that humiliated one of the most secure institutions on Earth. That morning, everything looked normal. At 8 a.m., the museum opened its doors to visitors from around the world. Security guards stood at their posts, scanning tickets, watching cameras. Just another day at the Louvre. But at 8:30, on the quieter side of the museum near the River Seine, something unusual happened. A white truck pulled up beside the wall, the kind usually used for moving furniture to upper floors. On top of it, a mechanical lift extended slowly toward one of the first-floor balconies. 4 men stepped out, each one wearing bright orange and yellow construction vests, just like ordinary workers. But beneath those vests their faces were hidden behind black balaclavas. 2 men stayed by the truck. The other 2 extended the lift and rose toward the balcony of the Gallery of Apollo, one of the Louvre's most magnificent halls, home to France's royal treasures. Now, there was a problem. That gallery was protected by thick, bulletproof glass walls. But these thieves knew exactly what they were doing. From one of their bags, they pulled out an industrial-grade disc cutter. In seconds, sparks flew as the blade cut through the glass, and within moments, the first thief climbed inside the gallery. Security didn't notice right away. But when the alarm finally blared through the corridors, guards rushed toward the gallery and froze. The thieves didn't run. They didn't panic. Instead, they threatened the guards with power tools and continued their work calmly, as if they had rehearsed this 100 times. Following protocol, the guards began evacuating tourists from the area. Within minutes, chaos filled the hall's. Shouts, confusion, fear. An eyewitness later described it as a moment of pure terror. No one knew what was happening. And while the museum was being cleared, the thieves smashed open the display cases, carefully picking up 9 precious items of royal jewelry, and escaped through the same glass window. Outside, 2 more accomplices waited on scooters, engines running. The moment the jewels were handed over, the gang sped off, weaving through Paris streets before anyone could react. From start to finish, the entire heist lasted just 8 minutes. According to investigators, the thieves were inside the gallery for only 4 minutes. But in those 4 minutes, they made history. Before leaving, they even tried to set the truck on fire, hoping to erase any fingerprints or evidence. But a brave museum employee stopped them, saving the truck for forensic teams. Still, by the time police arrived, the thieves were gone, vanishing through the Boulevard Périphérique, Paris's ring road, and disappearing into the morning haze. It was a national embarrassment, a humiliation for the French authorities. But soon, the question everyone was asking was, what exactly had been stolen? When curators took stock, the reality hit like a shockwave across France. 8 royal treasures were gone, jewels so valuable that even their insurance companies described them as priceless. The missing items included the emerald necklace of Empress Marie-Louise, Napoleon Bonaparte's second wife, the diamond earrings from the same set, the tiara and brooch of Empress Eugenie, wife of Napoleon III, and the sapphire set of Queen Hortense, among others. Each piece dated back to the 19th century, glittering with diamonds, emeralds, and gold. Together, they represented not just wealth but the legacy of France's imperial history. The combined estimated market value, $102 million. But for historians and the French royal collection, their true worth could exceed $1 billion. Interestingly, the thieves ignored the most valuable pieces in the room, including the world-famous Regent diamond, worth over $60 million on its own. That led investigators to one clear conclusion: this was not a random robbery. It was a targeted mission carried out with inside information. As investigators combed through the scene, more shocking details surfaced. Despite being the world's largest museum, the Louvre's security system wasn't perfect. One of the rooms in the Gallery of Apollo, the very area where the theft occurred, had no CCTV coverage. Yes, in 2025, a room inside the Louvre still had blind spots. Even worse, the localized alarm near that balcony had been malfunctioning for days. It had never been repaired. When the robbers entered, the main alarm did go off, but the local one, the one that could have alerted security, instantly stayed silent. That delay gave the thieves the precious seconds they needed. The museum director admitted this major lapse in security and even offered to resign. But his resignation was rejected, as France's Ministry of Culture called the robbery a tragedy for national heritage. And this wasn't the first time the Louvre had been robbed. Back in 1911, a museum employee had stolen the Mona Lisa itself, hiding it under his coat and walking straight out the door. It took 2 years to recover it. That theft, ironically, made Mona Lisa the most famous painting in the world. Later, in 1976, the sword of King Charles X was stolen, never to be found again. And in 1998, a priceless painting disappeared and remains missing to this day. So perhaps, this latest theft wasn't just about jewelry, it was about exposing how fragile even the most guarded places can be. By October 25, French police made progress. 2 suspects were arrested, both men with criminal records, one previously involved in gold thefts. Forensics had collected over 150 DNA samples and fingerprints from the scene, from gloves, helmets, and the truck itself. The DNA matched. But what they couldn't find were the jewels. To this day, investigators believe the gang escaped through the river routes and possibly crossed the border within hours. Interpol has since joined the search, tracing underground dealers who might have received the stolen treasures. Meanwhile, the Apollo Gallery remains closed, sealed off for forensic examination. And for France, the loss is deeper than money. It's the loss of history, of identity, of beauty crafted by hands long gone. In a city that has inspired artists, poets, and dreamers for centuries, a handful of masked men prove that even the most sacred halls are not untouchable. The Louvre still stands. The Mona Lisa still smiles. But somewhere hidden in a dark room, behind heavy locks, lie the missing jewels of France, whispering the story of the day the Louvre was robbed.